Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'll be playing Zone of the Ender's second run of Mars. I wouldn't really call myself a huge mecha game fan, but I do tend to like the ones that are really fast paced, action packed and fun to play. And for me, that's exactly what Zone of the Enders was. The games weren't perfect, but back on the PS2, outside of the Armored Core series, there wasn't really a lot of other games that were quite like it. I've played a few other mecha games since then, mainly smaller indie ones and one of the Gundam Breaker games, but they never really filled the void that the Zone of the Enders games left for me. For reasons that I'm sure a lot of people are aware of, there is a chance that void will never be filled. But now that I have a chance to play the game again on PS4, I can at least have another taste of that nostalgia. I did plan on picking up the PS3 remaster for the games, but as with most games, I never really got around to it and it just ended up on my backlog. And I did think about getting this game once I picked up a PSVR, since it is cheap and I did want to play Zone of the Enders again. But luckily, recently a representative from Konami reached out to me and we got speaking, and he offered to send me a copy of Zone of the Enders. So I guess thanks to them, that's one more game off the backlog and now I've got a reason to jump into the game now. If you've never heard of Zone of the Enders before, it's a mech action game series created and produced by Hideo Kojima. And if you've at least played one of his previous games, you'll start to notice certain little things while playing Zone of the Enders that just have his touch. Like the way the story is presented during the cutscenes, for instance. And the overall look of the UI in the game kind of had this Metal Gear vibe to it. The vast majority of this game you're going to spend your time fighting other enemies. And during battles you can fire lasers, you can get in close for sword combos, you can grab enemies and objects and throw them into other enemies. You can boost around the area at high speeds or fire a ball of energy into enemies. There are a few more things that you'll be able to do as you progress through the game, and you will be able to mix different attacks together, but don't expect a huge amount of depth to the combat in this game. It's pretty simple and straightforward. The game looks nice, and from what I've seen so far, it runs pretty well on the PS4, but I would have liked the UI to have been a bit smaller. And the camera and controls can feel a bit clunky compared to what people are used to these days, but they still work. Playing this again did have a bit of a bittersweet feeling. The Zone of the Enders series has been in limbo for a while and we may never see a sequel that has the same feeling as the first two games. But Cygames, who worked on this PS4 port, are interested in making a new Zone of the Enders game. They seem to have a few high quality games in development at the moment that I'm personally very interested in. So hopefully if they decide to make another Zone of the Enders game, the series will be in safe hands. But for now, I'll leave you with some gameplay from the very beginning of the game so you can see what the game's like on the PS4, and if you're not familiar with Zone of the Enders, you can actually see how it plays. So as always, if you enjoyed this video then please leave it a like. And if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, then follow me on social media. The links to all of those are in the description. I will be making some new videos very soon, but for now, enjoy.
We found our objective at point 04.
Roger. Departing for 04.
Approaching. Unmanned battle planes. Unmanned combat aircraft, Mosquito. Individual attacks are weak, but be careful, there are many of them.
Roger.
Attack the mosquitoes all at once with the homing laser.
Put me through to 663.
Yes, I'll connect you now.
Help me, Dingo!
Where are you?
My legs are damaged!
Rick, where are you now? Don't move! I'll be there soon!
Enemy approaching.
It's approaching your way!
a brick with an arrow. Move in the indicated direction. Raptor destroyed.
Don't bother me.
Enemy destroyed. Raptor destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Enemy reinforcements. Pay attention to your back, too. Raptor destroyed. To switch lock-on targets, use the L2 button. Enemy destroyed. Raptor destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Obtained Metatron.
The cursor is on. Destroy with a burst attack.
Stop moving and keep pressing the R2 button. Then hit the square button for a burst attack.
Beat it, Rick! Dingo!
Since I found JEHUTY, you'll have to give it to me.
What does BAHRAM want with Callisto?
Oh? You don't look like a mining man to me.
Get lost.
Hand over JEHUTY!
Shoot down the enemy's attack with lasers.
Okay, I'll try. So you want this frame, don't you?
Maybe.
Even if you're BAHRAM, that's too rough.
It sure is.
Who's the commander?
You think I'll tell?
Wait!
Good job, Dingo.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Dingo, the enemy is approaching me.
Alright, I'll try to head them off.
You will?
Take care, Angie.
What?
High energy reaction inside enemy battleship. Entry is dangerous.
If we don't do something, we'll be crushed along with Callisto. We have no choice.